Ooh, so Jamal Khashoggi, a Saudi Arabian journalist, lost his life, man. A journalist don't really deserve to lose their life, man. Even though it's one of the most dangerous occupations out here in the world. I mean, seriously, besides the top being a top secret agent or the CIA informant, but this gentleman, it's his main job is to go out here and give the news. Sometimes have to sacrifice their time and their lives, man, just to go into different areas and dangerous neighborhoods to provide that information to the mainstream media. And he perished, and it was Saudi Arabians that killed him. Now it was happened in Turkey. I'll say Erdogan, if I'm pronouncing his name right, the Turkish president and the leader. And he had a little conference on this, and he was addressing to the Turkish people that they're going to prosecute the suspects, all 18 of them. Well, they at least arrested 18 of them. And President Trump, the Trump administration, this is very embarrassing to them because we are kind of linked to the Saudi Arabians, especially to the Crown Prince, and the Crown Prince is pretty much our allies. This allows us to just diversify the economy and oil revenue, and we use the whole ability is to counter Iran. They're supposed to help us do that, and this is why we have ties to them. And to see this happening to their own people, man, it's really sad. And Turkish president, he's working really hard to pursue this investigation. He gave his condolences to the family, but it's Jamal Khashoggi, man. Someone has a kingdom. It just makes you think that, man, like you're really not safe a lot of these Middle Eastern countries, man. But at the same time, President Trump did send out a lot of penalties, the visa penalties specifically, and a lot of these Saudi Arabians documents are going to be revoked, and so therefore they're not going to have any type of incentive to come here into America. So it's going to put our people first and have some type of valuable protection. Now the thing is, they try to do the cover up, and this is the whole mass thing they was saying out like, oh, what's the point of this cover up? This is the worst cover up history. I kind of starting to think that too, because now they want to dress after this death, right? And they trying to cover up, saying that, oh well, they gonna try to dress like him, imitate him, and have him walk around under these cameras that he's still living, even though they chopped this man up, while he was alive, brutally. This was a premeditated murder. Okay. This was planned. Now this thing that according to his knowledge, Turkish President Erdogan was saying that, okay, well, in a consulate conference, he got into it escalated to like some type of fist fight with some Saudi Arabians, and it kind of led from there. Maybe he put himself out there, but until he did, he got into an investigation. If that was the case, why did 15 people was already there in Istanbul, which is the largest city in Turkey, of the day of his murder? So he was dressed in Ankara. I'm very curious on how this is all going to play out, man. Are we going to war, or is this going to be a peace thing? We don't know, man. But the killing this journalist, it's horrendous. This really is, man. His wife was saying that if he honestly got married, he was just saying, well, he wasn't even. He was just there at such and such time, and he never came out, so something was wrong. She already knew something was up. But at least they got 18 of them. They're going to be prosecuted on the day of the trial, man, as time progressed, man, in Ankara, and maybe, hopefully he gets some justice. But, man, the president's moves here, you got Mike Pompeo, Secretary of the United States of America, man, he was just left his plane on board up to the international airlines in Mexico City. So they are going to do this in a thorough investigation on this, man. And what was their whole motive, man? Because it has to be something deeper, something that we don't really truly understand as a whole. This is really crazy, and it gets me thinking about, of course, I'm not trying to compare everything, but Zach TV, even though he was a street journalist in the city of Chicago, I mean, it's just like a huge epidemic of people who was going out here and spreading the truth and spreading the news, and they just dying in this most brutal way as possible. So it's a silent war on that, man. But Jamal Khashoggi, I don't know, man. Between 18 to 21 of Saudi Arabians, man, officials. This is pretty much imposing on a huge brink of a war on them. It's probably going to eliminate a lot of sanctions and just things, man, that we're not going to be trading or doing any type of agreements or peace treaties with this type of country here because of this massive incident that happened to this journalist. But that's what I really have to say. I'm still going to continue to do more on this case here. I understand it in this article, but yeah, man, it's really sad, man. It just makes you think, like, a crown prince and a country that has a kingdom. Wow, it's that raises a lot of red flags. But that's not really how I feel about this, man. As again, I hope you make the most intelligent decision to get to the bottom of this. Rest in peace, Mr. Jamal Khashoggi. I'm out.